Like watching a train wreck, Rabbi. You help people up to watch.
Yeah. Exactly. This is real. This is not. I will talk about the question you had yesterday. Like, let's go to the end. Let's go to the end of Parashat Vayechi a second.
Hey, did you turn on the heat?
I thought I did.
The heat was here in the morning. If you close the door, you won't feel it.
Okay.
With your jacket, you're asking for heat. You're coming with a coat. Be like,
no, but
you should go to Africa too. It says it's 74 degrees.
What?
It says it's 74 degrees.
Oh, there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should go.
Look a second on page.
Rabbi, I'm going to go to Africa for a week.
Look on page 288. After Yaakov Avinu was buried, the brothers appointed the children of Bilhah to come and fabricate the story that Yaakov told them before he died, they should ask yourself to forgive. You realize how big the fabrication was.
Yeah.
Because by not only that, by saying it, they are telling yourself your father suspected you to take revenge. But they were afraid for their lives. Listen carefully, Pasuk Yutet. Joseph, open page 288. So listen carefully what he is telling you. Vayomer alehem Yosef, al tirau. Yatachat Elohim ani. Normally we understand that. I'm not, okay. And he makes them feel good.
Why do you say fabricate?
What?
Why do you say that
they fabricated the story?
Why do you say that?
Because they never say it.
I don't know that. How do you know that?
Because the Pasuk doesn't say it. Look a second. If you want, look a second. Look at the Rashi, Sam. Look at the Rashi at 286. Avicha tziva. שינו בדבר מפני השלום, כי לא ציווה יעקב, listen to the Rashi, כי לא נחשד יוסף בעיניו. Not only,
he didn't know about the south?
No, לא נחשד, no. According to Rashi,
Yosef would take revenge.
Yosef would never suspect. Now the interesting part is, the Orach Chaim HaKadosh says, he says that this case is like someone wants to poison his friend, hands him a cup of poison, it turns to be a cup of wine. Yosef is telling them, what you did to me is basically turned to be a cup of wine, because look what I'm doing here. So Eli asked the question. Eli had the question. What was your question? Yesterday.
With the Kohen got with a husband that this process that affects the wife's what's it called? Neder. But she doesn't know it, and she commits a sin. And Rabbi Akiva cries. It says, you know, that she's not sin.
She thought she was sinning, but he was
correct.
So
look a second to understand your question is look on page 900, page 9, at the beginning of Matot, Perek Lamed. Oh, this is in a minute. It's a big stuff. Big topic.
You thought you were eating a steak that was, you know, and it meant to be a kosher steak.
Right.
Look a second in page 900. It's Perek Lamed Pasuk Hey. Sefer Bamidbar Perek Lamed Pasuk Hey. Pasuk Dalet. Let's go Dalet. Veisha kididon neder laHashem before before she is married, page 900, pasuk A. A woman, single woman makes an neder, Shama via Nidra, she is before 12, and the father heard the neder, ושרה אשר אסרה על נפשה והחריש לה, the father is silent upon hearing it. He is silent all day, וקמו כל נדריה. By not annulling it, he is reaffirming it, the neder is a neder. But אם הניעה הביאה אותה ביום שמו, if the father is annulling the neder, כל נדריה ועשריה אשר אסרה על נפשה לא יכולים.
The next 3 words are extra.
This is what we are going to talk about. V'Adonai yislach la. Why does she need forgiveness? So look at the Rashi. This is the last question. Rashi on the left column, V'Hashem yislach la. V'amei HaKatuv medaber here. Ve'isha shenadra benazir v'shama ba'ala. A woman took upon herself to become Nazir. But the husband annulled it. She doesn't know that the husband was annulling it. She went to a party, she drank wine, not knowing that the husband annulled it, which means Be'evet it's mutar, or she attended the funeral. Zui shetzlicha tzlicha. She needs a forgiveness, the Afa Pishu Mufar, even though the actual vow is a no. Says, now Rashi brings what Eli said, the Gemara in Kedushin, Ve'im HaMufarim Tzerichim Tzericha. Here she did something that was absolutely mutar, but her intent was to do bad. She needs forgiveness. Kal Vachomer L'Sheinam Mufarim. But if a man knows that this is a sword, he's doing it. This is famous Gemara. Let's look at the Gemara. Look at the meal.
Whoa. You changed the meaning of Rashi.
Look with him in Kiddushin Pei Aleph Amud Beit. Look with him in Kiddushin Pei Aleph Amud Beit.
ואם המופרים צריכים צריכה שהיא חטאה, או שהיא לא חטאה, שהיא חטאה. גם החומר שאין מופרים צריכים צריכה.
What is Rashi saying? Rashi is saying, the minute your father or a husband annulled it, it doesn't exist. The Gemara says, mutar l'mafreya. So when she drank, she definitely drank kosher, 100% kosher. Nevertheless, in her mind, she's not permitted to do what she does know the husband did it. But because the Torah says you need a kapara. Open out Kiddushin Pei Aleph Amud Beit. You need. Hashem yislach la. Hashem yislach la.
She needs kapara.
Correct.
No, originally I thought Hashem yislach la. She's getting it automatically.
No, go Kiddushin Pei Aleph Amud Beit.
So when the father's forgiving her has no function here.
The word forgiving is God forgiving us and Yom Kippur. The Father is annulling.
It doesn't exist. The law is not on the books.
Has a big effect. Otherwise, she'll get 39 lashes. It's as if she eats a cheeseburger. Here, we're saying this. They're not getting 39 lashes, but we'll see in a minute how far. Pei Aleph Amud Beit in the white lines. Netanya. Rani, look at my finger, Netanya. Look at my finger.
What's the first word on the line?
Pei Aleph Amud Beit on the white lines. Netanya, you have it?
Yeah.
It's a little before.
Amara b'meir?
Isha Afela. This is Sam, you have it with Netanya, Isha Afela. Listen carefully. This is the Gemara you refer to. The same Gemara Eli is in Nazir. Isha Afela, we just read the pasuk. Hashem yislach la. By the way, we read by the father. This is by the husband too. Hamei HaKatuv medaber. ואישה שנדרה בנזיר שיתוף נזירות הפועל יוסף ושמע בעלה והפר לה יד היא לא ידעה שהפר לה בעלה והייתה שותה יין ומטמאה על המתים. She drank wine, she went to funeral. רבי עקיבא, she needs a כפרה. Rabbi Akiva ki have mati lahai besukha. When he came, this is what you mentioned, Eli. Have bachi. Rabbi Akiva used to cry. Amar. ומה מי שנתכוון לאכול בשר חזיר? And then went to a restaurant to eat non-kosher. ועלה בידו בשר טוב. As it happened that day, they got a shipment by mistake, they had kosher food. You realize the analogy, eh? אמרה התורה, צריכה כפרה וסליחה. שינית הכפרה.
איזה עבוד.
מי שנתכוון לאכול בשר חזיר, ועלה בידו בשר חזיר, if intentionally you went to eat non-kosher, you ate non-kosher, על אחת כמה וכמה,
We don't need a kalvachomer here. Right?
good, okay.
No,
We
but-
need kalvachomer.
Okay.
This is a background.
תשמע, זו שאלה יפה, זו שאלה חשובה. So Eli says, everybody
I
is
know,
asking
I
it.
know.
How can the Orach Chaim say, Yosef is telling his brothers, what you did to me is like a man trying to poison his friend. And instead he's giving him one.
Avod.
Remember,
So their
there's
intention
a
was,
avoid.
intention was clearly bad.
What is
and
he
they need
telling? What is he
forgiveness.
telling? It's kushach hazakat. That's a simple thing.
It's avod.
No, even though he says the person who served wine and got wine, he says you're forgiven in this world, and in the next world, even in the next world, he says you're not. You're not.
He said, "Lo katuv b'fad."
No,
So what is that? So what?
I will get my food. We have a-
Oh. So one of the famous answers is the good answer. When I listen to a good answer, the good answer is the Gemara is talking about me going to a restaurant having in mind to eat non-kosher, and I ate kosher. Eating kosher is good.
Neutral. Not shizvan, not
But
avod.
what happened if I wanted to do bad to you and I did something positive, good to you?
Wow.
This is the Orach Chaim.
Good for
זה חילוק יפה מאוד, yes?
him.
No, Chaim
was
is
actual
saying-
benefit, you
Yeah,
said?
you got a
the,
benefit.
the results
bonus.
of you trying to poison me is good.
That's like what
Not
does
just
it draw?
carb, not zero.
Not part. This is a chiluk yafe, interesting.
Yeah.
That's a bonus.
So, this is what they
That's
say.
Yosef,
So,
right? You tell the children,
this
the-
is
the
exactly
brothers,
what.
you came to hurt me, but Hashem didn't.
And I benefited, therefore you rubbed the
I
hook.
benefited.
Rabbi,
Therefore,
you
you
have
have
to
to
say
hope.
this does not apply to
It's
Goyim.
Yosef's story.
Does not apply to
why?
Goyim. Because the Romans made the case. We built you the bridges, we built you the things, and
Oh,
No,
yeah.
but over there, no one is accusing them. Over there, they claim
they're claiming
They
that
claim
to
doing
be
it for good,
rewarded
but
for
they want to
something.
be rewarded. Okay, they're not claiming
Like,
punishment.
you're talking about a claim, a thought to do something negative, and I did either
Okay.
positive or I did something extraordinary. Now, the reason why I brought the Gemara, even though we could have looked in Rashi, look now, Daf Mem Amud Bet. Go to Kiddushin, Daf Mem Amud Bet.
So I'm not sure.
Kiddushin 40b. Let's go first. Let's go first here.
Rabbi, is the conclusion the brothers have no liability here? Is that the conclusion, or is still a matter of debate?
No liability as far as the Gemara.
Yeah.
But of course they have liability because we see what happened.
There's no free lunch.
Yes.
But according to the person who ate the meat, or according to Rabbi Akiva, the other case where they need sricha, there's not really no korban they're bringing. It's not a chatat. There's their kapara that they are.
You see them. Opened up Mem Amud Aleph. I told you Mem Amud Bet. I was wrong Amud Aleph. And the white lines. Look a second here. Machshava Tova. Look at my finger. A few lines before the white lines. Look at the Machshava. Yes. Listen to the Gemara. Machshava Tova. מצרפה למעשה. The person had a good thought and is focusing on it, but at the end he's not doing it. Hashem counts it.
Intention
And
was
then
good.
again. every time the lottery is 500 million, I have a machshavot tovot. But this is not a real machshavot tovot because it's a dream, it's a wish. Talk about a serious guy is finding out, מחשבה טובה מצרפה למעשה שנאמר, אז נדברו יראי השם איש על רעהו.
Yeah.
People are just talking to each other to do good. ויקשב השם, וישמע, וייכתב ספר זיכרון לפניו. What is Hashem writing? He didn't do anything. אז נדברו יראי השם, ספר זיכרון ליראי השם ולחושבי שמו. Now listen, this is the line we need now. מה היו לחושבי שמו? Listen to this. אמר הבאסי, אפילו חשב אדם לעשות מצווה, here is open. חשב אדם לעשות מצווה ונאנס ולא עשה, and then sincerely wanted to do ולא עשה, מעלה עליו הכתוב כאילו עשה. Told you a case, a kid, his grandfather bought him tefillin, he's wearing the tefillin close to it. Pasul completely printed, okay? He כאילו עשה, it's good to remove the guilt. כאילו,
Last week,
כאילו.
a boy was sick, they checked his tefillin. The guy says, I have good news and bad news. The tefillin are kosher, but the Rabbeinu Tam not dashi.
Wow.
His bar mitzvah,
Wow.
he never put on dashi. So is this is better than
That's much better.
much better.
I some tefillin, if you're Rabbeinu Tam. The case I told you, Ben, it was a freshman, and he said in class, I'm the first grandfather. Can you imagine? He bought me a beautiful tefillin. I'm Yuval, in Israel, Israeli. Yeah? Printed, no pasul.
Oh, Britain.
So I asked the kid, I know, but I asked the
Not
kid.
even pasul.
Right. Some banana.
Yeah.
No, I was asking the kid, why did you check with tefillin? You never checked me. He said he had this strange headache. I mean, fine. The next one. מחשבה רעה, אלא הקדוש ברוך הוא מצרפה למעשה.
Only good.
מחשבה
yeah, that's what we
רעה.
always say.
Now Eli, how do
Yeah,
you
how
put
could
the
that
two
be?
Gemarot together? Here the Gemara tells us
attention.
that woman is going to drink wine knowing that she's a Nazir. But she didn't drink, she drank kosher wine. Why does she need a kapara? The Gemara tells us here.
This one is
Action.
only had a
It's
bad
Kushiyat,
thought. He didn't do an
Summa.
action though.
Oh,
Only the
he
bad
was-
thought. He didn't do an action.
He was
There was
on
no
his
action.
head.
She drank. He didn't do anything.
One
He
of the
didn't do
answers,
bad.
one of the answers is what he says the Maharil Diskin, שמעת מה שהוא אומר? אתה רק חושב.
People
But
think
the
a
first one
lot.
also you didn't have an action. When
No,
you
you
mean
did.
you put on the
You drank.
box. No,
You
you
drank the wine.
mean well, but you didn't do it.
The guy went to the unkosher restaurant. He ended up having kosher steak. He
He
took an
ate,
action.
as
He
far
ate.
as
He
he
did something
did,
physical.
he took his machshava and he put
The
it
woman
into
drank
action.
the wine. She was supposed to
Okay,
drink the
the
wine.
action doesn't count because it's kosher, but he took his thought.
Physical. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
here's it. No, Korban, everyone agrees that's really Korban.
Rabbi Prague?
Yeah, half a second. We're making the Maharil Diskin says that if it's only a thought, you didn't do any action, you didn't follow, fine. This is a good chiluk. Yes, what's your question?
It's not a question. In the parsha going back where you started, Ki atachad Elohim ani, it's the Shadal discusses this in a paragraph and he answers the question when you have a chance.
That's the way down. Most people have had it.
Shimon David Lutzato, I believe, but Rabbi Prague explains that.
Well, David Lutzato, he was a chacham in Italy.
1800.
משהו כזה, 17, yes, go ahead.
So he deals with this.
Professor of Shah.
I don't want to. It's a paragraph, so it's not fair to read. but- Hakadosh Baruch Hu bochein libot uchlayot v'hudanet adam lo levad al pi ma'asav ach gam al pi makshvaltav aval ben adam ein lo ela mar she'einav ro'ot v'chein ani lo uchal lishpot etchem al hakavana ela al hamaseh v'hinei im atem chashavtem alai ra'a makshava shelachem lo nitkayma al makshavot ha'el nitkayma v'hayita letova. והנה אין אתם צריכים להשפיל עצמכם לפניי ולבקש ממני סליחה מחילה. כי אינני רואה בכם אלא שלוחי השגחה לטובת עם רב. והנה זו אחת מן הטובות הגדולות הנמשכות מאמונה באלוהים ובהשגחתו, כי אדם שליט במעשיו, אבל השלמת הפעולה איננו בידו, אלא בידי שמיים.
What bothers the Shadal? The Shadal bothers Yosef. I mean, the reason I know what it means is because last night I saw people 100 years ago say the same. Atachat Elohim. I mean, it means as far as I am, he didn't do anything bad.
But
But
Hashem knows.
Shamayim, this is what some people answer here. Ba'Hashem Yislach La. Ba'Hashem Yislach La. As far as I am, nothing.
clean, no.
This is what the Shadal is saying. From my point of view, you realize he indirectly answers the question.
Because you can't be
Yosef-
scot-free to have a bad thought. Gotta get some.
They didn't just have bad thoughts, they had bad
And
actions
action.
too. They made action. They threw
Right.
Sold them.
But he
Sold them.
said-
It works.
So, but he says, as far as my
It was just like you said.
as far as my point of view,
But that was the end result.
as far as my point of view.
No.
Now listen to this 70, my Davar Peret, my Geolut Asuma. This is the Maaseh happened 200-300 years ago. A woman had an affair. A married woman. She's unaware that the day she did the affair, her husband was dead.
It's bad.
Oh,
Bad.
that's great. That's great.
No, Shema, לא סתם. תשמע טוב.
So he wasn't married.
Listen carefully. Listen. The halacha is that if a woman has an affair, she's asur on her husband, and the man she had the affair with. The question is,
She didn't have an affair
is she
anymore.
mutar to the man she had the affair with?
Why
She
not?
didn't have an
Husband
affair.
was dead.
She didn't have a husband. She didn't
But
have
this
an
is
affair.
But this is the question.
Did she have a cake and
But the
eat
machshava-
This is the-
Are you gonna sue him on the
She didn't
machshava?
know it, Chef. This is the question
It
now.
doesn't matter.
Our case.
Here,
She
think
didn't
about
know
it. This is
Exactly
our
the
case.
exact case.
But this is the exact
She
case.
said Hashem Yislach La. She
This is the point.
What is it? Asur for him.
Could she have a cake and eat it too?
Now, if you really think deep, only Brisk can think like Mr. Chief. When we say that Be'emet Hashem has to Tishma Tov,
That's a bad.
he got killed in an accident. Yes, she's going to the hotel. Now, but Shalu is it. But you see, what's the question here? Like a chief to be like. The question is if the Gemara that's the pasuk is being so it's a pasuk not true.
No, but okay.
The question is when Ba'Hashem Yislach La, Hashem has to give her a kapara. Listen, is the kapara considered for the thought or because you did the action, it counts an action without the punishment? It is. We are saying that she needs a kapara. What is the kapara? You did wrong. You slept with a man. You drank wine. Normally, you'll give you 39 lashes, and this drinking wine, oh no, it's a kabusha. Look at the geonut of the Rav of Brisk learning the Rambam. Take the Rambam in front of you. The Rambam is under it. Take the Rambam. The Rambam is in.
Machshava Tova counts, you say, that
Machshava Tova is good as
It's good, but
a
machshava-
lollipop.
So why-
Don't take it too serious. You know, people always
We have no indication about him. Is he?
talking about.
The
But
lover. The
how
lover.
come that
The
Machshava
lover.
Tova
The lover.
counts when there's no action here? And on the other one, you have.
But again, we are asking now. She definitely needs a kapara. Is the kapara because it's considered if she slept with another man without the punishment of execution? Yeah, because she
What else?
still
Fine.
What do you do with the pasuk 20?
In a second. Go to Rambam. I wrote it last night. פרק י"ב הלכה י"ח נהדרים. You have in front of you Rambam ספר הפלאה. We never look at this Rambam. We never look in Rambam נהדרים. ספר הפלאה. Look. The first book you have. הלכות נהדרים. You open the book in הלכות נהדרים. Go to פרק י"ב.
Just choose one second, but in the last words of Orach Chaim, he said, "V'zakayim dam b'dinei shamayim."
Again,
So we
we-
said Olam Hazeh, Olam. I mean,
this is
b'shamayim.
exactly what.
But the next
Say here,
But we said before already the difference. That something good came out. Remember,
Okay.
not just
Oh,
something
you want to
negative.
use that? Okay, but
why don't you
It's the only answer. Look, the Orach Chaim, the only answer is that this.
but why don't you look at the next pasuk in 20? Elohim chashaval de tova.
This is, he is telling them, from my point of view, the rest, look a second, פרק י"ב, הלכות נדרים, הלכה י"ח. פרק י"ב, you open ספר הפלאה של הלכות נדרים. פרק י"ב, הלכה י"ח.
There also isn't a principle of chazakah. If a person does three times, let's say he has a
This is
flag.
the Gemara in Kiddushin Daf Mem. It
Yeah.
says that if a person, מחשבה רעה אין הקדוש ברוך הוא בצרפה, but if you did it when you free time,
That's
let's say a guy that is going to eat regularly to Ram kosher. This time,
It's
you
called
go to
doesn't
Ram
start.
kosher, it's kosher.
Oh.
It's opposite.
I thought the thing is that he gets into his car the third time to go there, and his car doesn't start because this is the third time that he's going to try and go there. It's
in both cases, you like it. So right with this. Look now, י"ב י"ח, you have it, yes? You have it, ספר הפלאה, הלכות נדרים, פרק, Sam, you have it?
Yeah.
Shama, I'm interested in the second half of the Rambam, but you have to always read the entire halacha. Shama, Avu Abba, B'Shata. The husband or the wife, the husband and the father, it's either, heard about their vow, and they kept silent. כדי לצערה. He wants his wife to feel, I'm an idiot. Now remember, you realize when you learn the Gemara of Chumash, that in the olden time, every time you wanted to take, let's say today, we're going on the scale in the morning, it's me on the scale, extra 10 pounds. This is it, I'm starting with that. But then you come to the first one. So,
Happens every day, right?
but the question is, how much do you eat?
Happens on Friday night.
In the olden times, you have to blame the wife for that. This is
I do, and then she screams back at me.
Gemara says you can't gain weight from eating food on Shabbat.
Yeah. I don't know if that's really.
It never happens.
It's a דבר תורה, יש באשכנז זמירות, יש פרייז, תשמע, אכול משמנים, שתי ממתקים, כי כל ייתן לכל בודבקים, השם פייס ובק, בגד לבוש. זה בגד לבוש, don't worry.
בגד לבוש ולחם קוקים, בשר ודגים וכל מטעמים.
Look a second, okay? אף על פי שלא היה בליבו לקיים נדרה, he really didn't mean to, לא, הוא לא רצה. הואיל ועבר היום ולא הפר, but in reality the day passed, and you did not know, נתקיימו נדריה. There are two ways for a neder of a woman to stay on. Either he says, I'm accepting it, then there's no way to get rid of it unless you should go to a chacham.
Or 24 hours.
Or 24 hours. Fine.
It's like the veto. If you don't do the veto by then, it's considered as
No,
pass.
but this is really where it comes from.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, if you're not
You
reacting.
don't veto, it passes.
It's yes.
Now here's the second half to go to the Rambam. Nadra. This is the Gemara Ilai. Remember, Rambam פרק י"ב מנדרים הלכה י"ח. Nadra בהפר לאב או הבעל. Either the husband or the father, no. והיא לא ידעה שהפר. She didn't know. ועברה על נדרה או על שבועתה. She did drink whiskey or wine or ate cake בזדון. He did listen. הרי זו פטורה. מה זה המילה פטורה? פטורה הכוונה she's not getting a punishment.
פטור אבל אסור.
פטור אבל אסור. ואף על פי שנתכוונה לאיסור, her intent was to do an עבירה. הואיל ונעשה ההיתר פטורה. ועל זה נאמר, והשם יסלח לה, כי איני אביאה אותה. The pasuk that we saw in Parashat Matot, and Rashi brought us the Gemara. So you need a pasuk to tell me that she is not punished. You realize? Again, the Rambam says Petura is not punished because of the pasuk. And the Rambam concludes, Umakim ota makat mardut. She does get 39 lashes or whatever, 20. Why? Lashes it kavna li'isur. Says the Rav of Brisk, you see from Rashi, it's not an Aved. It says if she did it, but she would not get the regular punishment. Otherwise, why do I need the pasuk? Chief Thomas, Rambam Omer. The Rambam says the reason why she's not getting Malkot is because the
There's
Pasuk
no
says she
liability.
doesn't get it because she ate kosher.
However,
Why do I need the Pasuk? Listen to the Rambam again. Peturah means from 39 lashes in the Torah. Why? ואף על פי שנתכוונה לאיסור, but she ate מותר. ועל זה נאמר, and I need the Pasuk. Says the Rav of Brisk, why do I need a Pasuk? If the reason she needs a kapara is because the thought only, of course you would not get a punishment. There isn't any punishment in Judaism to thoughts. Only if you materialize it.
Yeah.
But even for actions, even if they're not
So,
successful,
in this case, if she went and
Right.
but she drank kosher wine. This is the question.
It's not just thought.
אז זה מה שלא, זה מה שהוא אומר.
Oh,
הוא
Yisur is
הוא
thought.
אומר, רואים ברמב"ם, the kosher wine that you drank without the pasuk would be considered yain asur. It's yain asur. Because as far as you do, and I need a pasuk. I need a pasuk to tell you that. If you take this Rambam, in the case of the woman, let's see again. She has an affair, a married woman. Her husband is dead when she has it, yes. Can she marry, can she marry the other man? According to that, you cannot marry.
Because she made the
The act
Yisur
is you.
when
The
she
act
was-
is you had a relationship with a
What
man.
she did, what she
A
did.
man, you have an act without the punishment because the Torah says, "But makim oto makat mardut." You see, so דיוק יפה מאוד ברמב"ם.
so Rabbi, if she had the thought and she didn't do it, she had the thought to drink the wine, she had the thought to have the
According to
affair,
that,
she has
it's
no
nothing.
liability whatsoever.
This is the point. This is the
If she
point.
thought to go with the guy and she didn't go, she
No,
didn't
that's
go.
why I want to know, just because
Right,
there's
right.
a
So
harm in
this
the
is-
thought. The thought plus the action puts her in
To summarize,
semi-liability.
to summarize what we said today is exactly that. A thought without any action doesn't count.
At all.
Doesn't count. Okay, Bashamayim,
Not
maybe
even
yes,
like
and this is Bashamayim. So, but according to the interpretation I gave you, not only bad did not come out, good came out.
but there the action is good.
The action is good. Bashamayim,
However,
יכול
she's
להיות, but all the Gemarot that said that we suffer, through the generation because of this baseless hate of the brothers, Pele.
So you get the mitzvah if
Well, then,
it's good.
No.
You mean bad, but it turns to be good.
Is it-
So do you get the mitzvah?
It's the same question now.
yeah, but then how do you do with the pasuk of shalom?
You get 80% of the 80%.
How do you deal with Vanivev Yom Bavur Na'alayim? There was punishment. They told Yosef also. I mean,
שהם אומרים שבשמיים,
oh,
this is what I read for us, this is what Eli read because the Ohr HaChaim knew this Gemara, על מוחרן. He reads it, he remembers the Haftarah. The Haftarah says, כה אמר השם, I'll never
על
forget,
שלושה פשעי
על שלושה פשעי אדום וארבעה,
לא אשיבנו, המחרם בכסף צדיק.
כסף צדיק ונביא says, המחרם בכסף צדיק ואביון בעבור נהריים. So it says that you
And
stop.
then you'd also have a thing with the Asara Haruge Malchut story also.
Listen, Shema Pele, you ever think, tקשיב טוב, I went to a Pidyon Ben a few weeks ago, Saturday night. 5 silver coins. Why 5 silver coins? The total value of the money that they got. Really? Total value that they got was excellent.
Yeah.
Means that every
Still-
Pidyon Ben, this is
still
important to
Bringing it
remember.
back home.
Every Pidyon Ben remember what can happen to a man. A Bechor has power. Remember not to abuse the power that you have. כך כתוב בראשונים כתוב.
The message is to whom? So that message is the fire.
It's Bechor, it's Bechor. You are the Bechor now, you become the elder of the family, you have power, you have
I guess otherwise you'd be chayav in attempted murder. And according to us, we don't.
So according to Rambam,
It reminds me of like if you ate matzah, did you
זה
think
מאוד יפה, כי המעשה נחשב מעשה אסור בלי עונש.
Rabbi Prague?
חידוש the חידוש של רבי בריסקין רמב"ם is זה מעשה אסור בלי עונש. most likely זה לא ספק, זה לא מחשבה, תזכור, חידוש שלו המעשי, תזכור המעשה. דיוק ברמב"ם בפלא. Yes, I'm sorry, what do you say?
It sort of reminds me of the discussion about achal matzah below kavanah, im kavanah.
We can talk about it tomorrow, but it's not.
No, let's wait till Pesach.
Shama is a fool.
Right.
Keep
I'm saying-
positive without knowing.
Right,
Not
it's-
know that this is chametz.
The idea of kavanah is so fascinating whenever we learn it.
It shows you that in real Judaism, forget now all the inspiration. Your kavanah is what makes your act an act. The full act is only the body and the mind. He's saying, a man, Pesach night, ate matzah. As far as he knows, it's chametz.
Did he eat matzah?
He ate matzah, but for
Did he
years,
mekayem the mitzvah?
as you have a mitzvah, he's not flipping the case.
That's what
What kavanah or not? Okay, have a wonderful day. Maybe to that we'll talk about
There's
it.
an Italian comedian that married a Jewish, and he went to.
I look forward to it.
First city.
Thank you, Rabbi. Good morning, Larry.
Morning, Mal. Look good, Mal. Where are you?
I'm in Florida. With Hashem's help, I come home tomorrow, and I'll be in the
Go
Wednesday class.
safely. Be healthy, Mal, and enjoy yourself.
Thank you. I'll see you on Wednesday.
God willing. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you, Rabbi Clark.
It's not.
So
Yeah,
Rabbi, the brother of Yosef get it's like reward for that because it turned out.
No one says that.
But you said
All the suffering of the Jews, all the galut is
No, you
because
said they get 80% of the mitzvah, the share of the
the
good.
Kabbalah was bad,
Yeah.
terrible.
So
We're
they
talking
don't
the
get
opposite.
any-
We're talking the man didn't have a Kabbalah for
Oh,
himself.
what did you say that it was 80% he gets?
The opposite. If you had a Kabbalah to do good, okay, it's luck. Okay. Stop video. See, it falls. Can you hear me?